Welcome back, guys, to another edition of Unknown Game Review. Today we'll be looking at Wolfenstein. Now I know you remember this one, the original, and then this was the upgraded version for Xbox. Now this is the new Wolfenstein. Now, if you played the original Wolfenstein, then you'll know that basically you're playing Agent Blastowitz, you're hunting down Nazis, and just like the other two predecessor games, the beginning of the game is pretty simple. You run into a whole lot of Nazis, and then as the game progresses, you find really creepy, really interesting characters, and lots of really cool guns, like this one. This one is one of my favorites. Shoots out a giant beam of light and everything is vaporized. As with any other next generation game, this one came out for Xbox 360 and it looks great. If you really wanted to get the feel for the World War II Germany, deep in the sewers, hiding out with refugees, and of course fighting Nazis without having them swarm over you, this is definitely a great place to start. The one thing that I really liked about this game is 90% of the buildings you can actually go into and hide, and there's secret stuff all over the place. And with any true first-person shooter game that's designed pretty much just for fun, there's lots and lots of ammo. So you can actually stick with one gun that you specifically like, and there's a really good chance pretty soon you'll come upon some ammo for it. Now, the game has a lot of classic features like this, which is going to be your weapon selecting screen, but this game you actually get powers. This one right here is slowing down time, and that's how you make it through doors that close really quickly. You can activate these powers. One is the time slowing down. The other one, you can penetrate your bullets penetrate harder through armor and cool stuff like that. Other stuff is like almost like a force push, but and the last one is, of course, a shield that you can activate and deactivate. But the cool thing is, when these things are used, you can see anything. One of the cooler things about this new one is the store. You can buy upgrades, extra ammo, cool things like silencers or pieces to make your weapon do more damage. Also, it gives you the ability to upgrade your veil powers, which is your shield, the slow time, all those fun stuff. So that's a really cool addition to this game. But I have to say that the game actually looks really, really good. This game didn't get a whole lot of publicity, but I mean, as you guys can see in this level, I'm about to fight one of the bosses. This boss is a lady in this giant sphere, but she produces these really bad to the bone bad guys, which you guys are about to see. They're really tough to beat, and they all shoot little energy balls at you, and they are tough. They're really tough, but these are just a handful of little guys you're going to be fighting throughout your next missions. Not only does the game look good, it plays good, and also the animations are really nice. That is a bad day. One of the coolest things that's always been about Wolfenstein is target-rich environment. You can never shoot too many Nazis, but this is me getting into a fight with a tank. I did like the video sequence that they had on the storyline. It was really cool. Graphics weren't bad. The only thing that I didn't like was that our main character, Blastowitz, kind of looked like Fonzie. Yo! Always wore a leather jacket. In the second edition for the regular Xbox, you know, he looked like G.I. Joe from World War II. But still, I mean, the graphics are really cool, and the storyline's really cool too, so it makes up for it. Your menu screen is going to have a lot of stuff like your progression through the game, different missions, your ammo count, and the different weapon types you have, so that was pretty neat. Now, like I said, through the game, you're going to run into bigger and badder bad guys, like this guy. But luckily for you, there are plenty of stationary machine guns, very nicely placed throughout the maps. So those big bad guys usually don't stand too much of a chance against a full auto machine gun. But as you can see through most of my gaming, my favorite was the sniper rifle. Right there I have it equipped with a scope and a silencer and a magazine. It's pretty tough to beat, but once in a while somebody would make it around me, but not many. And for you guys who don't know exactly what a force push is, here, let me give you a little demonstration. One of the very few complaints I had about this game were the sound effects. Let me show you. Yes, I know, it was just a couple of bottles and it's supposed to sound like glass, but at the same time a lot of the other sound effects like wood and opening doors actually sometimes sound like gunshot. So that one, and that our main character looks like Fonzie, and oh, yes, the little gold star that's right there in the middle of the screen, that's supposed to be your waypoint marker, or it's supposed to lead you to your next objective. The only problem that I found was that it's not really detailed. It just shows you a broad spectrum of where you're supposed to be going, which is sometimes difficult on a map this large. And especially when you're playing campaign, it's hard to tell which direction. See right there, it switched back and forth. It's hard to tell which direction you're actually supposed to be going. So a few times I found myself lost. Other than that, guys, this game is definitely great, especially for the price. My suggestion would be stop by GameStop, pick it up, and and have yourself a good Wolfenstein time, especially blasting Nazis. And like I said, the further along in the game you get, the more fun it becomes, the bigger the bad guys, the more intense the missions, and the cooler the graphics. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and if you want me to review any other unknown video games, please let me know. I'd be happy to. So leave me a comment below, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.